So
here I am, once again, torn into pieces. Can't deny it. Can't pretend.
And copyrighted. Okay, let's start over.
Ah, shit. Okay, here we go. Trey, they say that a hero will save us.
Oh my god, nope. Start over. We're starting over. This podcast is trash. Nope.
No, okay, I can start over. Okay, I got it this time. Okay, hang on, Trey, I got this. I got the start this time.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Is someone getting the best of you? Just take my pain. Okay, anyway. Hey guys, we're back. We're very tired.
Yes, a little bit tired. We're tired, boys.
Yeah,
it is,
but it's okay.
Late.
Yeah, it's not that late. I mean, not for me. I've been nocturnal lately, so this is where my night starts.
I gotcha. Yeah, you've been working later shifts.
Yeah. But anyway, I figure we can talk about things. Let's start with the thing you saw, Trey, that I want to see soon. Still.
Hell yeah! Yeah. No, yeah. It's a classic. By James Cameron. The screenplay is by James Cameron. It wasn't directed by James Cameron. I was misled. Or, at least, sorry, I guess misled's a bad word. I just misread it myself.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a James Cameron movie, even if he didn't direct it. But yeah, Aelita Battle Angel.
Yeah.
It's not called Battle Angel, Aelita, in this one. Yeah, no, I can talk about that. That is a gorgeous movie. Like, holy shit, it is so pretty.
Yeah.
It is really... I definitely think that you're doing yourself a disservice by not seeing this in, like, a IMAX or Extreme or
I was gonna ask, did you go to the Extreme Theater to see it, or...?
Yeah, we went to IMAX.
Did you do 3D, or...?
We did do 3D, because that was the only thing that was available at, like, a reasonable time.
Okay.
I will say, I don't think 3D is necessary. I very rarely think 3D is necessary. It wasn't bad. There were some really good parts. There were some parts of the movie that were very well done in 3D. The battle ball portions especially were incredible in 3D. Like, really, really, really nice to look at. But it's like a 2.5 hour movie. Most of the scenes don't utilize it. It's not like it's not like it's gonna blow you away. Here's the thing. I've only ever seen 2 movies that I think utilize 3D well.
Yeah, that kind of need
the first I think is Avatar, which I thought was actually quite a bit better for having 3D.
Yeah.
I think the movie was fine without it, but like, well, because I definitely feel like I got it. I feel like it was better.
Yeah.
With the 3D.
Well, because that was one of, if I'm also remembering right, that movie was one of the first 3D movies where it wasn't like, you're wearing like a red glass and a blue glasses. That was like one of the first.
It was like right when they started doing the real D stuff where it's like variable, whatever. I don't really know. I don't know how the technology works. I'm stupid, but it's
but like the movie was made to be watched in 3D.
Yep. Yeah, and they spent a lot of time. James Cameron waited until the technology was ready before he even started filming it, because he's James Cameron and he just does whatever the fuck he wants. I don't know how he gets as much money as he does, but whatever. The only other movie I've ever seen in 3D that I really, really liked, and this movie I think is genuinely, if you don't see it in 3D, I think it's actually not the best movie. I think you were with me with Gravity.
No, I didn't see Gravity, no.
Okay, the Sandra Bullock, she's in space, George Clooney's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was amazing in 3D, like, holy shit, that's the best 3D movie I've ever seen by, like, a huge margin. Like, that movie, like, defined what I think a 3D movie should be, and I think it's mostly just because it takes place in 0G, almost exclusively, and, like, all this stuff flying all over the place in space, like, it really makes it so the 3D feels like it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, that movie, I think, would probably be, like, if I was going to rate it out of 10, it'd probably be, like, a 7, probably, but with the 3D, it, like, boosted to, like, an 8.5 or something.
Okay, yeah, because I remember Gravity had a lot of hype. I don't remember people talking about the 3D as much.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, I don't like 3D very much. I don't think it adds much to movies most of the time, but this one, like, blew me away when I saw it in 3D.
I mean, Trey, how can you forget the 3D masterpiece that is Spy Kids 3D?
You know, see, I knew you were going to bring that up. And, man, it really is a masterpiece.
Am I that predictable?
A masterpiece.
Am I really, like, I mean, that's like the shittiest 3D movie, so I guess it's fair that, yeah.
Are you talking shit on Spy Kids? Is are you talking
am I coming into your house and I'm disrespecting Spy Kids?
Yeah, disrespecting Spy Kids in my house?
Yeah.
Disrespecting Robert Rodriguez's magnum opus?
I think you mean Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Ah, sorry, that's who. It's Robert Rodriguez directed both of them.
Yeah.
They had a $50 million budget.
Yeah, and it used it.
It did. It was a great movie. But yeah, I mean, that was one of those red-blue ones. But those ones gave me a headache, though. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean,
either way, I am extremely off topic.
Yeah,
that was
anyway,
really,
I was going to say Combat
tangent.
Angel.
Yeah, Battle Satan Aelita is, I think I'm a little mixed on the actual movie portion of it. Like I said, the movie is gorgeous, absolutely stunning visually. But the dialogue is really bad. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's really
is it like
bad.
true to the original though? Like,
there are some scenes that were ripped whole cloth from the anime, like some dialogue even that they just ripped off whole cloth, and it sounds really bad when they do that. Like, you can tell they're doing it because like the camera like zooms in and like it's almost like they're like one step removed from like looking at the camera and winking when they say it, sort of scenes.
Yeah, like what a lovely fourth wall of our home.
Yeah, basically. But like that being said, the actual story is really good. This is probably one of the most faithful adaptations that I've ever seen of like a anime or manga. Like, they go through the first like 4 or 5 arcs of the original story. Obviously some things are abridged. Like one of the main villains, they basically completely change him to make him fit more in the story. And they add a villain, because like in the original story, there's a villain called Nova, and he's like the main villain for the whole story, and he's in it. Like, he's the one pulling the strings. Sorry, I'm spoiling shit for you. It's like it's like from the 80s, but they have a different villain who's like on the ground, and he's like controlling shit. So it's like So it's interesting. Like, they abridge it in some ways, but they're really faithful to a lot of it. Like, they even go into some subplots about Aelita's character that I legit didn't think they were going to even touch because of how like long-winded they would have to be to like even touch on it.
Yeah.
And they handled that pretty well, I thought. Like, again, if you just ignore the fact the dialogue's not very good, the actual story subject matter is good, and I think this is one of probably the best stories for this is like one of the coolest character growths I've ever seen. And it's the same as the manga, so it's not like I'm gonna give like James Cameron a ton of props for it, but I think Aelita's Aelita from the start of the movie to the end of the movie is like such a different character, and it all feels like earned, you know?
Yeah. No, I like it. I'm still probably gonna try and go see it sometime.
I recommend seeing it. I think if you're even slightly interested, I recommend seeing it. If not for nothing else, just for the action scenes alone. This has got to be some of the best action I've ever seen in a movie. Like, it's all choreographed really well. The CG is so good to look at. All the mech designs are really, really cool. Like, they do some really, really interesting stuff with like all the mech designs. Also, it's a PG-13 movie with a lot of gore. Like,
really? Well, because if it's isn't there like some old like loophole that if it's robots or not real people?
Sure, but there's some real people dismemberment in this too.
Oh, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know how they got it. They got the one F word in a really good moment, though. They got their fucking at a really, really opportune moment, because they know that they get one fuck.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, at a PG-13 movie.
Yeah,
and they had like the perfect moment for it. Like, they really relish it, and they really get it in at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, perfect.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, score wise, if I were to rate it, I'd probably give it like an 8. but this is. I think I'm a little biased though because I really like the source material.
Yeah.
Like it's one of the best story. It's one of the best stories I've ever read. And they even end it. It ends on a cliffhanger because there's no way they're going to fit the whole story in. It ends at around the 2/3 mark of the original book, original story, which is really interesting. I didn't think they would get that far into the source material.
Yeah, that's kind of like interesting that they.
Because it's like I think the original manga clocks in at like 90 chapters or something, so it's like a pretty long series.
Yeah. Well, and especially
So
it's only 2 hours, right? The movie's only 2 hours.
It's like 2 hours and 21 minutes or something like that.
Oh, that's so long.
Yeah, it's a long movie, and like
Trey?
Well, okay, but this one I think had to be long because there's no way you're gonna fit as much as they did into the movie, which I think is a complaint I have is the fact that they fit a little too much into the movie. Like the first 30 minutes of this movie are really slow because they're setting up the first arc.
Yeah.
Once like it gets going, like it's really good, but like until that point, you're just like, oh my lord, will something please happen? I'm so sick of this lady just making big ol' anime eyes at everything.
Yeah, no, I mean that's what I know. Apparently, a lot of people just couldn't get over the uncanny valley with how Aelita looks, but I think she's supposed to look different. Is kind of the thing.
Yeah, they have an in-movie reason for it, which is it's funny because like. That's not a thing in the, that's not, like, her eyes aren't a thing in the manga. They never bring it up at all in the manga.
Yeah, but she's still got them anime eyes, like, the characteristic
she's
anime eyes in the manga, even.
Yeah, she does. Like, she has really big eyes in the manga, but so do tons of characters, so it's not like it's completely... It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
But, like, they give it a reason. Like, there's a reason why she looks the way she does. Like, when you get... And they don't even explain it, they just show it. Like, when they show parts of her past, you understand that, a lot of people have eyes like that.
Yeah, well, because I think, honestly, maybe they shoehorned that in, because I know, like, when the first trailers dropped, a lot of people, like, even... anime fans of it are just like, I can't get over how stupid her face looks.
Yeah, I think it looks fine after a bit you get really used to it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind it, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably still gonna try and go see it sometime. I've been slacking on going to movies.
I recommend it.
Yeah, I've been slacking on going to new movies for the last year, so.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I still recommend seeing it in, like, a big theater, like, if you can. Like, if it's in your budget, I think it definitely is better if you see it on a bigger screen.
Yeah. No, for sure. But, yeah, so overall, like, a movie, recommend it, go see it.
Yeah, go see it. If you like them animu mangoes, which you know we do.
I don't. I would never watch such degenerate filth.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Especially not.
All right. Anyway, I should go.
Anyway, I need to go. I need to go burn some body pillows.
Yeah.
A lot. Several. Especially you, Jerry Sent.
Especially you, Jerry. But yeah, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? So I mean, I haven't really started watching anything new. I can give like some mid-season updates on shows. That's really about it. Basically, I need more people to watch Kaguya-sama Love is War, because that show is the funniest fucking thing I've seen since Hinamatsuri. Like...
okay, really? Alright.
Yeah, I honestly, like... So, I mean, like, again, I think we talked about it a bit last time. I don't get super into rom-coms,
right.
like, as a genre of a whole, but I really like character comedies, I think. Which is why Konosuba and Hinamatsuri are the only anime comedies I really like.
Sure.
But yeah, no, and Kaguya-sama I think is a lot of the same thing. Like, the first couple episodes, you really get a feel for how the characters act about things, and then later it's like, oh, hey, let's put them in a weird situation.
Yeah.
So...
It was like, that's what I liked about the original story a lot. It was just...
Yeah.
I just love putting, I think I'm with you in that one, where, like, after you establish what a character is, then you, like, you just put them in a bunch of situations and just see how they act.
Yeah. Or that's, like, again, the reason Konosuba was so funny is because you know exactly what these four people would do in different situations, but
Yeah, and they spend like the whole first 4 episodes just introducing the characters and just so you understand exactly what they're about.
Yeah. And they're not super duper one note even. It's that God, Konosuba is still so good. I've been rewatching Konosuba
it's
too.
real good. Yeah, I saw the watch list. I was like, okay.
Yeah, well, I was rewatching it because I tried the dub, and then I was like, do I even was it still that funny? And yes, it still is.
Yes, yeah, I rewatched season 1 not too long ago. It's still hilarious.
Yeah, and I kind of want to rewatch Hinamatsuri too, just to see if it still holds up. I think it will, because that show was good stuff.
That was a good show. It's hard to even call that a comedy, though. That was more like a...
Yeah. I mean, I just remember...
I don't even know if there's a genre for what Hinamatsuri is.
It's kind of, like, almost sitcom-y, but not as, like, funny.
Yeah, it's like a family feel-good movie. I'm not really sure of our TV show, like...
Yeah.
Because for every funny moment in that show, there's, like, just as many, like, really, like, tear-jerkery, like, oh my god, this is so heartwarming.
Yeah, anything
moments.
with Anzu.
Yeah, literally just Anzu's plot,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But I mean, there was some genuinely, like, funny stuff about it, like the...
Oh, no, yeah, I agree. I think it was a hilarious anime. I just think it's hard to call it a comedy because there was a lot of parts that were not very obviously not supposed to be comedic.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the thing, again, like, I kind of want to go back to some older anime comedies, but, like, I tried watching, like, Cromartie High School, and I hated it. Oh, my god.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of anime comedies. I like
Mm-hmm.
it really is Konosuba. That got me into anime comedy. I used to hate that genre.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I've watched... The only other, like, anime rom-com I've really ever even watched as Suredure Children from 2 years ago, which that show's also really good, and that show's a lot less comedy and a lot more just, like, little vignettes, but...
Sure.
I don't know. That one's also a really good one. But, yeah, no, like... God, there's just some jokes from Kaguya-sama that had me, like, actually, like, laughing out loud. Like, belly laughs.
Do you not laugh out loud?
Not at, like, a lot of stuff. Like, it's like when you type, like, LOL when somebody sends you something, but you just give it, like, the little, like, But
yeah, I laugh a lot. I laugh a lot at a lot of things. I am not proud.
I mean, I laugh a lot, too, but...
Yeah. Oh, I know you do. I'm just like when I'm watching things, I'm laughing pretty loud. I'm just a loud person.
No,
so
that's
kind of how it rolls.
It's fair. But yeah, anyway, watch that one. The other one the only other mid-season update, and this is more so we're about halfway through because it's going to be 40 episodes. JoJo's Part 5 has just introduced the big bad of the season, and everybody should watch it.
Yeah, no, I'm about it. I'm gonna catch up. I took a break, not for any specific reason. I still love the show. I just wanted to take a break.
Yeah. Well, and then there was apparently a hot take that went around.
Sure.
And this is going to be an example of where I think opinions can be objectively wrong. And this kind of was apparently a big drama thing. There's a fairly popular, like, anime commentator who said that JoJo's Part 5, the character designs are actually terrible.
Who
Do you know Digibro?
Oh, I fucking hate
everybody
Digibro.
hates this guy. I mean, I think he just lives to be contrary. For reference,
he really. Well, the thing is, he used to be better. That's the
he
thing.
got
That's
popular
really
for railing
on
on SAO. I know, but everybody railed on.
Yeah.
But this literally, it was after the Anime Awards, which I know we talked about last time. But apparently, he said, like, everybody who thinks this is good design, this is why you're the people that allow things to look terrible.
Yeah, well, he's like the definition of a contrarian.
Yeah.
Like, literally any popular opinion anybody has, he just decides he doesn't want. Like,
this is a guy
just to spark controversy and get clicks.
Yeah, we'll put it this way for reference. This is a guy who a show Erased from 2 years ago that was super popular and really good, not perfect by any means. I'd call it.
Yeah, but it was good.
Yeah, I'd call it a 7 out of 10. He said it was one of the worst shows made in years, but he thinks K-On! Is the best show ever made.
Yeah, so, his opinion's pretty good.
Yeah, but, I don't know, I just think it's, like... Yeah, it's just an example of people being objectively wrong about, like, if it's stylized, yes.
Yeah, well, I feel like... And, I know it's a goof to say somebody can have an objectively wrong opinion, but I think I don't even think those are his opinions. I think he's just saying things to get reactions out of people. That's not an opinion. That's just him being a dick.
That's fair. I mean, it just got me thinking a bit because I saw that, and then I just really thought about it. Like, you know, if you're gonna say like things like that look bad, you can honestly say Devilman Crybaby looks bad. Like there's people who would say that. But it's style.
And I can't even like refute. Like if you if you genuinely doesn't mesh with you, I could see somebody saying it looks bad. I couldn't even like be like, oh, you're wrong, because like I could totally see somebody.
Yeah, I could do some artsy argument of like, well, it's pretty styled actually.
Yeah, I personally thought it looked great, but like I can totally see how people would think it looked bad.
I think it looks good in motion.
Yeah, I mean, if you take any still from that show, it'll look like a fucking mess.
Yeah, the models in that show are like, what the fuck's a model?
Yeah, I mean, that staying on model was never the objective. They kind of threw that out. That director is very against on model.
Masaki Yuasa is
he's a guy. He did some very interesting designs.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely. I don't know. I think Digibro's a piece of shit. I guess I shouldn't say piece of shit. I just think he likes to start shit.
Yeah.
That's his like whole thing on like there's tons of YouTubers like him who are just like, I like to just have really incendiary opinions just so people will click on my videos.
No, because the two videos I keep getting in my recommended, this is kind of a tangent, but and maybe we're just going to go down this rabbit hole a bit. The two videos I keep getting in my recommended is like this guy who I just picture him wearing like big nerd glasses, kind of like mine, but just like doing the middle finger adjustment every 5 minutes. And the title of the video is an objective essay on why Kingdom Hearts 3 is bad.
Objective essay, okay.
And then there's another one that is a fair. The title card of it is like a fair and completely 100% serious and honest review, and it's like why Steven Universe is the worst TV show ever made.
I've seen a few of those ones. Very objective, obviously.
Yeah, you know the video's gonna start. I've watched a lot of cartoons and things, and let me just tell you, Steven Universe has gotta be bad because this guy said that this thing isn't right in it.
Yeah, and I could even like point out what they think is such a bad thing about it, because like Steven Universe
has a lot wrong with it, I'll admit it.
Oh, that show fucking sucks in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing ever made.
Oh, 100% no. I think the first 3 seasons are great. I think it kind of falls on its ass after a while. Yeah. But like lots of shows do that. I don't think it's unique there.
Oh, 100%. And then it just kind of spins its wheels, and we don't know anything that does that.
Really? Yeah, not one thing. But yeah, I see a lot of people. I feel like it's mostly just I don't want to be like that conspiracy guy, but I don't think this is much of a conspiracy. A lot of people have agendas when they say these kinds of shows are bad.
Yeah, you know that you'll get views regardless.
We're not talking about the show. We're talking about the fact we don't like Rebecca Sugar and we don't like how gay the show is. Like that's the real point of the video. But they're just like, oh, but the show's actually terrible.
Yeah, no, it's just like it's just forcing ideas down our throat. Whatever that, but
yeah. Which, because, like, again, the show has some very big flaws. There's a twist in the last season that I thought was so stupid I stopped watching, so, like, I get it. The show is not perfect,
I haven't watched since, probably, like, the first season. It's whenever they escape and you figure out that Garnet is actually 2 midgets in a trench coat.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the first season.
Yeah, and I loved that first season, especially that whole
arc.
That
was great.
But then, it just kind of didn't do anything for a while.
Yeah, I think the second season was good. Like I said, it kind of declines, and like I feel like they didn't really know where they wanted the story to go, and that's just kind of like how it ended up. I still thought it was good for a while. It's just mostly when there's a big twist. Do you care if I spoil it?
No, go for it. Is it? I think I know. Is it that Steven is actually Wait.
Yeah, it's sort of it, but it's more. It's kind of ties into Steven's mom a little more. Yeah. Yeah, you might have already heard of it because
I looked it up because I saw a meme that somebody was posting. It's like, hey, do you remember that time when Steven Universe was 60 FPS for a whole 10 seconds? And it's when Steven dances with himself.
Damn.
Yeah.
spoiler tags for Steven Universe. I'm not gonna like get super into it. I don't want to like spoil it too much for anybody, but I gotta get it off my chest because, man, some people think this is like the smartest twist ever, and I think it's really, really stupid. So, basically, you know there are diamonds, right? There are 4 diamonds.
I do now.
There's a yellow, a white, a pink, and a blue diamond. Those are like the chief gems, like the big bads. And the whole reason for the rebellion was because Rose Quartz, Steven's mom, killed Pink Diamond. That was like the big launching point for the rebellion. You might be able to see where this is going. The rebellion happens. They've managed to keep Earth safe from the other diamonds, where the other diamonds are mourning Pink Diamond. And it turns out that Rose Quartz is Pink Diamond, and that's so dumb for so many reasons.
Yeah, that's
She faked her own death so that she could start over.
For the life
and
insurance, I got it.
Yeah, for the space
insurance.
It's so dumb. That is the dumbest twist. I don't even... And then, like, there were so many videos being like, oh, hey, there's been so many signs that Pink Diamond and Rose Quartz were the same person. You stupid idiots. How did you not see it? It's so obvious. And I feel like it was kind of obvious, but it was so obvious that it was stupid, because, like, it makes no... Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into it. You haven't seen the show. I don't want to bore you on it.
Yeah.
I don't want to bore you on it. I suppose mostly, like, you got so many people killed just so that you could get away from being a ruler of the gem people? I don't get it. I don't understand. I think it's dumb. I think it's really stupid. It makes Steven's mom look like a fucking psychopath, which it is funny because Steven is his mom. Like that's like the whole thing. The gems don't reproduce. They just kind of they're just made out of light or some shit. So like he is his mom. So his mom is actually terrible, and
he's terrible.
All this build up. Yeah, all this build up to her being like some big benevolent figure. You're like, oh shit, she's actually a garbage person. And then when she was confronted about how garbage she was being, she's like, I'm gonna start over and make a Steven. That's the show. Dun 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 dun. All right, the title of this video has to be like that stupid Steven face. The title on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, you got it.
Is that dumb Steven face? I'll give you the picture.
Perfect.
And I'll mix it with Danny DeVito just for you.
Good.
Yep. Sorry, I got really off track there. You were watching JoJo. You were watching JoJo.
No, I mean if you're not watching JoJo, watch JoJo already. That's all I can really say. It's good. It's really good. It's one of my favorite shows.
Right.
The only other thing I really watched recently, because thanks Andy for letting me dog sit your dogs and steal your Hulu, is I watched 2 seasons of Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah, that's a good show.
It's still good. I don't know why in the latest 2 seasons they do a musical every episode. They just kind of sing, and it's like in an awkward, like, song goes here kind of way. And,
okay, really?
Yeah, and they kind of reference it in universe as, like, some weird times where, like, they'll be singing, and then one character will be like, hey, what are you doing? She's like, hang on, I'm still doing something. I mean, it's still good. Kristen Schaal is Kristen Schaal. I love everything she's in.
Mm-hmm.
Except, like, seasons 2 through 4 of Last Man on Earth.
That show got really good.
Really?
I will stand by it till the day I die. Yeah, the last season was really good.
I still need to watch it. I just got annoyed with the end of the first season.
Yeah, no, I think the show is like really it's a guilty pleasure. I think 1 through 3 of that seasons 1 through 3 of that show are hot garbage. I think the 4 is the only good season, and I thought it was genuinely good, and I was really sad when that it got canceled.
Well, all right, maybe I'll watch it later. But
I don't think you should. You really don't force yourself.
I mean,
it's a slog.
If the opportunity presents itself, I don't know. Maybe I fear this is like when I actually am becoming like a weeb. Is I hate watching American like live action television. A lot of it. Okay, let me put it this way. I just get bored of, like, The Good Place. I had so many people, we already went over this on the podcast, I had so many people be like, oh, you need to watch The Good Place. And I was like...
Yeah, and you didn't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the first season of iZombie.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I think a lot of American TV is really bad. Like, really, really bad. I still like watching American TV shows, like, as long as it's not a reality show or anything. Like, there are some genuinely good shows that come out every year. It's just, you have to dig through so much garbage.
And I mean, to be fair, it's the same with Japanimation, because freaking how many shows come out a year that we don't even bother to touch? Last year was just weird because there were so many good shows.
Yeah, I mean, I whenever anybody who doesn't watch anime asks me about anime, I'm like, I can legitimately say 80% of all the anime I've ever seen is really bad.
Oh yeah, well, not even the ones I've seen. There's just shows where I don't watch. There was like 3 shows about horse girls last year, and I didn't watch any of those.
Yeah, like, I think there's just a lot of TV out there, and I think a lot of it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, it's even like, remember when, like, Netflix original series, people were like, oh, you have to watch them all, they're so good, and now it's like the reboot?
Yeah, there's just so many, and a lot of them aren't great.
I forgot I watched. Oh my god.
Yep, yeah, I made you watch.
No, I just, like, that's the impression it had. I forgot it's a thing I've watched.
Genuinely forgot it existed and that you consumed it.
It was just like the most in one ear, out one eyeball the other, like...
Oh man, that sounds like a series you made me watch.
Yeah, oh, is that a thing we're getting to? Do we want to talk on those things with the last bit of episode?
I'm gonna bring up a couple of things real quick. I'm just gonna spitfire it. There's a game I think you would enjoy. I haven't played it, but I've been watching it.
What is it?
It's called My Time in Portia, and it's
I've
like a Harvest Moon.
Yeah, Pro Jared's been playing it.
Yeah. Yep, that's who I've been watching play it. And I'm like, that looks like a game I would like. It's got like a 99% on Steam right now. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's basically another like farming game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's by the creator of Harvest Moon, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a farming game. You can farm and you can raise animals, but you're actually you have a workshop. That's like your main job.
Huh.
And you like hunt ruins and stuff to like make better stuff in your workshop. And there's a town full of people, and you can like talk to them and get relationships and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
It's really pretty. I love the art style. Like, I like it quite a bit, even if the game is super jank sometimes. From what I've seen, I haven't played it. I've been watching it, and I'm very tempted to buy it because it looks really adorable.
Yeah, I might play it. Not for $40, but...
Yeah, maybe if it ever goes on sale. It's just, it apparently is a lot of, like, all the reviews are like 100+ hours, so you get your money's worth, I guess.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, like, Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley games, like, it's a lot of game. And it has an interesting setup. It's post-apocalyptic. It's in the it's like after humanity almost killed itself with technology. Now the world is mostly devoid of technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Like I said, haven't played it. I've only seen it, and it looks like a game I would enjoy. And when I saw it, I thought of you because it's like, oh,
because you know you know what I'm about.
Yeah. I'm like, this seems like something Dan would be all about.
Yeah, maybe. I still need to finish Wargroove before I get new games, but go on.
Yeah, okay. Second thing, and then these are really short because I haven't watched a ton of it. I watched the first episode of Russian Doll, which is a new Netflix series. It's like Groundhog Day.
I think you mean it's like the movie Happy Death Day.
Sorry, yeah, Happy Death Day to You in theaters now. It's is that you rushing into your microphone, Dan?
That was it. How'd that come through? You like that?
Alright. But yeah, first episode, people keep talking about this show like it's really, really good, and I hope it gets better, because I hate all the characters. I genuinely despise every single character in the show that they've introduced so far. Mm-hmm. But again, it's only the first episode. They have time to like redeem themselves. I'll probably keep watching it because I'm interested in the premise. But like, man, the characters are unlikable. I really hate all of them, and it's like I genuinely don't like any of them. It's really, really unfortunate.
You know, I get that. I had a similar experience with I tried watching the first episode of Umbrella Academy. That show was stupid.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Same here. I'm on episode 2. I was just about to bring it up. I say the characters are incredibly unlikable.
That's like the thing. I was going to talk about it a bit. It literally, the first episode didn't make an impression. And I talked with my sister about it. She's like, oh, it doesn't get good until episode 4. And I'm like, okay, that's 4 hours I have to wait to get anywhere good.
Yeah, like Austin watched it and he was super into it too. So I imagine it does get better, but man, episode 1 is rough.
I mean, yeah, it has so much like cool things it could do. I get they're going. It's a Dark Horse comic.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, we're subverting the superhero genre thing.
What if Professor Charles Xavier was actually awful? And it's like, okay, we get it.
It's also apparently made by the lead singer of My Chemical Romance. Did you know that?
No.
Yep, the original comic, yeah.
Huh.
that do anything for you, Dan?
No, I basically got the same opinion of the show, which is meh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on episode 2. I'm gonna probably gonna try and truck through to the end of it, but slowly, because I'm not super into it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, slowly. I'm not gonna binge it. I'm not.
Here's
that
maybe what
into it right
I
now.
could do. If I get My Time at Portia for the Switch and then just can play it while I do that.
Yeah, I mean, that might be something to do. That's what I've been doing with Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Zelda. I've just been watching that, putting that in the background while I play Breath of the Wild. That show is hilarious, by the way. I don't care what anybody says.
I really liked the first season. The big criticism I had that a friend pointed out to me and that I can't get over is that, you know how like in sitcoms, everybody you can try to kind of trace back to a character? Like if you've ever worked at a job, you've worked with a guy who's kind of like Dwight Schrute from The Office. But nobody in Brooklyn Nine-Nine is like a real person.
Real person? Oh, 100% no. Nobody in this. I think that's kind of the appeal, though.
I think that's why I just would like it a
they're
little
really
more.
They're really likable, but they're not realistic. Nobody in this show is even close to anybody you'd ever meet.
Yeah, no, and then I need to watch it. I don't have Hulu. I need to get a place to watch it. But there's the cold open that they do that kills me, which is the 2 idiot cops that they have.
Yeah, Scully and
and it's basically like, okay, the one guy has a goldfish that's living in a mason jar. It's like, now what do you think is going to happen? He'll put fish food in his lemonade, or hey, he's drinking his own goldfish. Wait, what? No! I was like, that's such a good,
oh my god,
that's such a good cold open.
That show is so good. It's I like, again, I'm kind of with you. I don't like a lot of comedies. Like it's American or Japanese, doesn't matter. I don't like a ton of them. I just really enjoy this show. With the exception of I think there are some episodes in the newer seasons. I'm on season 5 right now, where they tackle like some hot button issues, I guess I don't know if that's the right word. They had a racism episode. They just had the one I just watched was like Rosa comes out as bisexual and they make that into an episode. Like I feel like they're handled pretty well, I guess, but it's just not really what I'm coming to the show for, I guess. That's the if that makes sense. Like it's not really like I like it when they have like really when they're just sitting around being really bad cops but still somehow solving the cases. I think that's a good show. But it's just like, man, I like the episode where Terry's gets all racist, and I'm like, man, that's really topical. I've been in situations like that, but I'm just not. It's not a situation I want to be exposed to in my comedy show, man. Like that's just not. Or like all this other stuff about like Holt being gay. That comes up quite a bit, and it's like it's handled very tactfully, and it's cool that they're willing to tackle those subjects. I don't think it's as cool that they're in this show I'm coming for laughs for. Like this is not. I don't want this to be a profound humor show. That was not what I was sold.
Yeah, no, I mean I 100% get it. I know I've told you there's a real life story I have that's a similar kind of thing where I paid to go to a comedy show in Grand Rapids, and the headliner for the show decides like, hey guys, I'm not going to tell jokes. I'm going to just sit here and we can all have a talk about police brutality and police violence. And it was basically a bunch of people sharing stories like, this one time when I was super drunk, a police officer told me to stop yelling because I'm black. And it's like, no, probably because you were yelling and drunk. And also, it was like a thing where I paid $10 to go to this comedy show, and I was like, dude, I agree with what you're saying. I didn't come here for this.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, I don't want to be like, oh, there's a time and place for these conversations, because, like, obviously, the time and place is whatever time and place you make. But it's one of those things where it's just like, I feel like this is not the venue. The people who are watching the show probably aren't going to get anything out of this.
Yeah.
This is mostly just the directors stroking their ego more than... I think it's just Andy Samberg being like, look how progressive I am, it seems like, more than anything.
Something like that.
Which, again, he's very charming, and I enjoy the show still, even with that. I don't think it drags the show down very much to have them. It's just like... So, it's like, I don't want... This is not what I come to the show for. I have other things to watch for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so enough of me wasting our time on that garbage.
There's one other thing I've been watching. You got me to think about it, just real quick, because you mentioned Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Terry Crews is in that. He also did... I've been getting a lot more into... I haven't taken the full deep dive into Critical Role yet, but...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Matt Mercer's D&D stuff lately.
Yeah, he's a really good
so
DM.
Good.
Very, very good DM. I'm actually not that big a Critical Role head. I actually never really listened to the first series. I'm only just listening to the second one.
Yeah, there's just so much of it.
But he's still a fantastic DM.
The series I would really recommend, I watched, he does a Celebrity D&D episodes. One of them's with Terry Crews, and first of all, Terry Crews playing D&D is like... Terry Crews is such a great guy just to watch do things.
He is fantastic. Yeah, I just love seeing him do
especially
things.
like whenever he's doing something new for him, the man's like over 50 years old, and he has like this childlike enthusiasm about it.
Yeah, like when even Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it never looks forced. It's like I can imagine Terry Crews doing it. Every time you see him do anything, it's like so exciting. Yeah. It's like he just so excited about everything he does, and it just is very infectious.
Yeah, but no, Terry Crews playing D&D, because it was a World of Warcraft sponsored episode too. So it's like this whole...
Oh, okay.
I really recommend it. It's only about 2.5 hours.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Basically, I just wanted to say, like, it's really fun to watch. And then if you want the complete opposite, watch the Vin Diesel episode, which is half an hour, and Vin Diesel says, like, 5 words in it. And you can just tell it's, like, the most awkward thing of his life. He's like, Vin Diesel, what am I doing here? And, like...
Which is funny, because he's a huge nerd.
Yeah, but, like, you can kind of just tell that Matt Mercer is, like, carrying the...
Sure. I mean, Matt Mercer is very charismatic, so like it makes sense. One of these days, I'm gonna make you, for one of our challenges, I'm gonna actually make you listen to a podcast, because I think you would really enjoy it, and I know you're never gonna watch it, you're never gonna listen to it on your
podcasts. Well, I just never know when I'm supposed to listen to podcasts.
Excuse, we're on a podcast.
No, well, okay, because the thing for me is, like, when I drive, I need, like, loud music. Although I have actually started listening to a podcast lately. Yeah, but I'll save that for another day.
Yeah, it's just the McElroys.
Oh yeah, brother of my brother.
It's those guys. They have a podcast, or they have a D&D podcast that I think you would really, really enjoy if you actually like get into it.
Yeah, I mean, I do love every year when they do Till Death Do Us Blart.
Yeah, and it's called The Adventure Zone. Tyler's talked about it too. I don't think he's finished with the first series, but I think if you listen to it, I think you would really, really enjoy it. But I won't get into that one because we got things to talk about. I'll just take a note. I'm gonna make you listen to that at some point.
I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down in my notebook. Big chungus. Got it.
Yep, that's what I said.
Okay, we're good.
Anyway, we got some challenges.
Yeah, I can start.
Some churlages.
Yeah, I can start just because on mine, if you want, I don't have a lot to say about Snowpiercer for start. It very much was a kind of paint by numbers. Right. Not Snowpiercer.
I was going to say Snowpiercer. I didn't make you watch Snowpiercer.
Then what the fuck did I watch?
I'm not really sure what you wanted. You watched an acclaimed sci-fi, I guess.
No, Snowpiercer, let me tell you. Why did I say that?
Why are there so many trains in this in Polar, man?
Anyway, Polar, I don't have much to say about Polar. It was very... Like, I could tell what they were trying to do, and it was very, like, kind of graphic novel-esque adaptation.
Were they trying to make it John Wick? Because that's what the trailers all made it look like, was John Wick.
More so, I think they were trying to make it like Sin City meets... Again, and I just messaged you about it when I watched it. There was this movie from like 2010 called Smokin' Aces, where it's basically a bunch of hitmen are trying to kill this one guy, and the hitmen are like these super like comic booky characters. I think Ryan Reynolds is in that movie, actually. In Smokin' Aces.
Never seen it.
Yeah, it's not good. And neither was Polar. And and I mean, it's just like, and more so like when they do the whole like, you know, introduction team, if they hit men and the one's just a slutty girl, it's like, this is stupid. I was like, this is a gritty comic from the 80s or early 90s that they then adapted. And it's just kind of like,
not for you. I mean, it sounds like there's not a whole lot to say about it, right?
There's
it's
really
just like
not.
It's just an action movie.
It's just an action movie that tries to do like some cool thing. Apparently, Hideo Kojima loves it. Yeah.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, I'll try and send it to you after this. But apparently, Hideo Kojima loved that movie.
Weird. He's a weird man, though.
Exactly. So I mean, it also.
He also really likes the main actor. I don't know if you knew that. He's actually in Death Stranding.
Okay.
Yeah, the main guy. I can't remember the actor's name, but he's in Death Stranding. He's one of the villains in Death Stranding. So the guy really that may have colored his opinion a little bit.
Yeah, but
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah. Also, there's a plot twist at the end of the movie, which was super stupid. And then
spoil it, my dude.
No. I'm not going to say it. The plot twist, it's not like a thing that you really... It's something that you see coming, and it's something that's like hinted at. And it honestly doesn't even like... When they do it, you're like, oh, they're going to do a big twist here, and then they just kind of don't do anything with it. And then they set up for a sequel. There you go. That's Polar, but okay. I made you watch...
I have a confession to make, Dan. I can't finish this series. I'm not going to. I refuse. I got 5 episodes in. I hate High Score Girl. I think it's really bad. Okay. It's not even like bad in the ways that like a lot of things that we've given each other. Like, it's not bad in the way like Degrassi was bad, where like I just thought it was like horrible cinema. Like I think the people who made this genuinely wanted to make something good.
Yeah, it's just absolutely not for you.
I think that's like can summarize basically all of it. That like same with a Place Further in the Universe. I think A Place Further in the Universe is very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
It's also not for me. it's just I hated that. I was like, man, this is so good and so charming, and I love these girls, but I am just kind of bored. I'm sorry about this, Dan. I really
liked it.
It breaks my heart to say. It breaks my heart to say it because, like, I really wanted to like it. I should over it. I will finish A Place Further in the Universe.
No, I'm
gonna get to the end of that. I'm on episode 10.
Yeah, you're almost done.
So I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close to the end, and there are some really good moments, especially towards the end of the episodes. I thought that are really touching. It's just not a show that's really
it's not your thing.
I think that's the main thing. It's just like it's not really a show for me. Mm-hmm. Like the things I like to watch don't really mesh with the show. I do like the messages.
Yeah,
like the message of the show.
I like how the show is it.
Like the whole wasted youth thing. I think is very, very. I'm very sympathetic to that. I think that's it's a very sympathetic show, and the girls are very likable. It's really hard to say it because I'm like, man, this is such a good show that I'm pretty sure I don't like.
That's the thing. Like, you can objectively still say, like, subjectively be like, yeah, it's a good show, but it's not for me.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the main thing. The High Schooler Girl, on the other hand, there's so many things about that show I don't like. Like the animation makes me want to puke.
Like how they have a CG show, and the one character doesn't actually ever talk. And they just she has to talk through facial animation. Why would you use CG then? You can't convey.
Yep, because all the characters are fucking cardboard, and somehow they're trying to make this one character who doesn't talk look really sympathetic. Because I maybe their little kid romance gets cute at some point. I don't fucking know. I don't care. The main character's a little shit. who's really unlikable, and the other character doesn't talk. So it's like, all right.
Yeah, and then also it just like, again, maybe like if I grew up in the time, or if either of us grew up in a time where it's like, oh yeah, I know about guile blocking or guile turtling, but it's like when the announcer comes in, it's like, guile turtling is a thing you can do to do this, and I was like, who fucking cares?
Yeah, that's my main. That's exactly. It's like, man, maybe like my dad would get something out of this show because like he played games in the 80s, but
is he like super into? Like I've played a lot of video games and I don't know a lot of the things like when they're playing Streets of Rage and it's like, oh, you alchemize by doing this, and it's like, what?
Yeah, I didn't play Streets of Rage. Not really. I played a little bit in the arcades. I played a little bit of Street Fighter too. I just don't really. I didn't play a lot. I didn't play a ton of arcade games, and I can't, like, I was never a little kid in arcades playing with other little kids in arcades.
Yeah, I went to an arcade for the first time in, like, when I was in 19.
Yeah, like, I went to the arcade for the first time when I was, like, in middle school or something, so it's not, like, it's just not really, I have a hard time putting myself in the shoes of this character. Like, being antisocial, I get, but like, I just have a hard time being the main character, and I have an especially hard time caring about the girl character. I'm terrible at names.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I watched one episode. She's not a character.
Yeah, she's basically just like this kid's rival who turned love interest, but she's not really a character because she doesn't have anything to say. She's just like she's like a void that the character can like play against, and that he gets close to, and maybe that changes. I don't fucking know.
No, that's fair. I mean, it's more so it's another show that a lot of people, like reviewers our age, are just like, oh man, I remember going to arcades, and I was like, where were these arcades? Yeah,
where? Yeah, like maybe if you grew up in in a big city, I bet that was more of a thing.
Yeah,
but Lansing definitely wasn't there were a few arcades, but I never didn't go to a ton of them all the time. Yeah, and it wasn't like an
after school thing of like, oh man, on my way home from school, I'm gonna stop by the soda shop and the arcade.
Yeah. On my way home from DeWitt, I'm gonna go to the other side of town to the one tiny arcade that we had.
Yeah, that got shut down after gambling.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but. No, I mean, I don't blame you. Honestly, I don't blame you on either of those opinions. Again, A Place Further Than the Universe, I liked it. I think the messages hit me at the right time, too. Like,
yeah, it's beautiful. I think the show is very well animated. I'm really with you there. I think it's a beautiful message. Like, I really like the struggle to get to get to Antarctica. I think it's very beautiful. It's just, I got bored. I was just it's just really hard for me to like.
I mean, I also just really liked the character, the girl who used to work at the convenience store. Yeah, and the actress. I hate the other two. Not hate. They just were like.
they definitely.
Yeah, but. No, that's fair. It's fair. There's shows that you made me watch that you really like. I hated Altered.
Yeah, Altered
Carbon.
Yeah, exactly. Like Altered Carbon, which is like I really enjoyed that show, but I can see how like when you talked about the things you didn't like about the show, I was like, okay, I can see why somebody wouldn't like
that. You had me watch Genlock, which is kind of weird to review because it's still going on, especially because we recently had like some big plot twists.
Holy shit, things happened.
I don't want to spoil too much. Well, and I'm just... Okay, the biggest thing is as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh man, this is going to go Rooster Teeth, classic Rooster Teeth of like, hey, we don't know how to finish out a season. They have 3 episodes left.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, because like, when I recommended the show to you, I did not think it was going to be that abrupt what was happening. But, like, what do you think of what you've seen so far, I guess is a good way to start.
Fine. I like it.
Yeah. I really enjoy it.
I'm not in love with the characters.
Oh, really?
Okay, so far the only character I actually like is Val. Or Ballerina. More so, there was an interaction between her and the Japanese guy that I really liked, and it's when they log into the thing, and...
I remember
and
that.
like they kind of explained their gender fluidity.
Yeah, I thought that was handled pretty well. They didn't like linger on it.
Yeah, they just kind of like explained it, and it was like a way that it felt like a natural way that somebody would explain it in like the real world. It wasn't like And it wasn't like then the Japanese guy, whose name I'm not going to remember, he, like, didn't, you know...
So, yeah, I actually really liked that. I thought it was really cool that he didn't get it, but he just accepted it anyway. Like, he's like, okay, I don't understand this, but it's really whatever makes them happy.
It's more so, and then just the part where Val's character, where the Japanese guy's like, wait, so which one were you born as? And Val's like, you'll never find out. And I was like,
never
okay,
know, yeah.
That's good. I liked that. I liked that a lot.
Mm-hmm. I like all the characters except for maybe Chase. I think Chase is a little bit one note.
I don't like the character. I don't like the green girl. I don't like her.
I love her.
Quirky, hyper pixie manic dream girl techie. Remember that time she hacked her own brain and nothing bad happened? Yeah,
but I mean apparently that's just something you can do in Genlock, I guess.
Yeah. Also, like the fact. Yeah. Sorry.
I wish I would have explained that more. I don't know. I didn't, because like she's not annoying. She doesn't have any like annoying quirks. She's just like she's just
likes
quirky.
To keep saying the F word because it's like we can do this because our show's on the internet.
Oh,
I mean, I say it a lot too, but I don't know. Something about her, I'm just like,
Yeah, I like Cammy. She's my favorite. She's also kind of the main character, which I thought was a little bit of a weird choice. I figured Chase would be the main character, and I guess he is the main character because, especially after this last episode, he's definitely the one the plot revolves around. But like, I think Cammy is definitely the one the audience is supposed to be like. She's supposed to be like the audience because she's the only non-soldier in the group.
So, I mean, and I kind of get that. And then there's just a lot of things that... It's, again, this is where I kind of am getting Ruby/General Rooster Teeth flashbacks, as a lot of the world hasn't been explained. It's like...
That's a very valid complaint. I still don't know what the Union is.
It's the Union. They're evil, and it's like, okay, what is this? Why do they have these magical techno machines? Why are they doing this? What do they hate?
Are they robots? I don't know.
That family in the first episode just held up a badge and was fine.
Yeah, I figured they were working for the Union, and so the nanobots didn't touch them. But like, are they called the Union because they're like combined with machines? I really don't understand. Yeah, I legit don't understand what the Union is. I hope they explain it a little. It's like. I think that'll like really hinge on my opinion of the show overall, because I think it's very good except for that huge thing where it's a war show where one half of the war doesn't make sense. Yeah. Like, who are the Union? Like, it doesn't have to be a long thing. Just explain what they are and why they're doing the things they are. And also, Dr. Weller better not have happened to him. I'm gonna be upset.
He's got a backup somewhere of his personality.
Yeah, I'm gonna be incredibly upset if he doesn't come back in some. Sorry, that's a bit of a spoiler. That upset me in that episode because it just kind of happened out of nowhere.
I mean, again, it's just like where I'm getting early Ruby flashbacks of, again, especially with the Union, and like originally the Grimm were explained as like, they're evil and seek out evil. Why?
Yeah, I will say it definitely seems like they have a direction they're going in. Like it's felt very tight so far. Like they've never felt directionless to me.
I can give it that, yeah.
Yeah, which is something Ruby has in spades. Like even in season 1 and 2, it feels extremely directionless. Like it feels like they don't really know where they want to go.
He's kind of like you said.
Season 2 me is just super meandering.
Yeah, it's like you said. The first 2 seasons, Monty Ohm just wanted to write cute girls fighting evil things.
Yeah, exactly. But this one I think has definitely. It seems like they have a plot and they know what they want to do with it.
I'm just kind of worried again because the plot twist happened in episode like 6 or 7, and there's 9 episodes in this first season, so they have 45 minutes to tie everything up with a neat little bow.
Yeah. That is concerning. I'm with you there. I don't think it's impossible they stick the landing, and I really hope they do because I think the show has a lot of potential. But I definitely share that concern with you. I think it could definitely be it could definitely just fall on its face, which would be a shame because I think I like mecha, you know that.
100%.
And I think the mecha in this are pretty cool. And I like the characters, personally. I think the only character I don't like is, like, the love interest. What's her name?
She just kind of exists.
Miranda. I don't like her character.
Well,
I don't like her very much.
Yellow Genlock Power Ranger, whatever you want to call them.
Oh,
so
I like her.
She just
Valentina.
Valentina's purple.
Oh, sorry, not Val.
Exactly.
Shit, what's her name? Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
Yasmin.
for me, she's just kind of like a character. Especially when they were like, she defected from the Union. It's like, okay, how?
Yeah,
why?
they never really touch. Yeah, can you defect from the Union? Are they not robots? What is going on? I mean, I don't. Okay, so I don't like her character because she didn't really have much of a character. I just think she's really cool.
I like her potential.
I think her fights are cool. Yeah, her potential is good. I like that part in the last episode where Val and the Japanese guy sink.
Yeah, no, like I
fighting.
said, Val's my favorite.
That was fucking sick.
The Japanese guy I like more so. I just like how they kind of get the actor. It's Cowboy Bebop's Japanese actor, by the way. Who I like.
Yeah,
and,
it's Spike Spiegel, and you also apparently
we're not talking about that.
But there's no escape, Dan.
But yeah. So.
But yeah, I won't. Yeah, we don't have to trumpet on about that one. But so I guess general opinions of everything seems to be fairly flat across the board. It sounds like for all of our for everything everyone's recommended. So next time we'll have to do better, Dan. We're gonna do better. We'll do. Yep. But yeah, I think this episode's gone on long enough. You guys are sick of our voices already. I bet.
I'm sick of me.
I'm sick of you, Dan.
Out of my house.
And I'm sick of me.
And I'm sick of having to know so much about the goddamn Lilo and Stitch anime. I'm out.